I honestly think this is the moment to go for this. Because that means they have no board pressure and I have some tokens. Look at those. Like, I got pretty decent value and I still have the Seedshark. Hello everyone, it's Sloth here, and today I'm proud to say that you will witness one of the most unique games you have ever seen in your life. And oh boy, I will remember it forever. So man, you are in for some great entertainment. And we are playing Azorius Control with Tezzeret because it discounts artifacts. You know what is an artifact? A clue. A shark token. All of them get discounted like crazy, and this is the strategy for the deck, and oh boy, you will see it in action. So guys, subscribe if you aren't, like this really supports the channel, so if you want to say thank you, that's the best way to go about it. And let's go into action because I know that's what you want. So have fun guys, and bring some popcorn, it will be epic. Let's go like this. Definitely starting with the archive. And we are a little bit getting flooded, so man, the surveillance are insane, just insane, and the fact that they have types of planes and island is just so good, man. Alright, we got some nice cards, we need Memory Deluge for sure, but with Tezzeret, the problem is that Tezzeret will die to Binding, right? And when we play it, we will be tapped out, so it will be very, very hard. Yeah, this will be a harsh game, we don't play Jace. Ooze. Alright. I see. I would love this to be counterable, but I think it's a good design. First you make cards that, you know, are core of the gameplay, and then you make a card that says, you can't use them. It's a good design. Like, why wouldn't you do it? For example, I want a card that has like zero... I want a land that is saying, you aren't allowed to play creatures this game. Just a perfectly normal card, right? Or is it? Alright, enough. So, Slogurk, very, very scary card. But it's less scary when it dies. That's what I've noticed about creatures. They are way less scary when they are exiled from the game. Enjoy all your lands. You generally play Slogurk when you can protect it. That's a very aggressive play from our opponent. Alright, that explains it. If he has more, then it makes sense, right? Ooze. Alright. I mean, Ezrim is interesting, huh? It also gets the, you know, the pump. I will risk it. I think it's worth it. I don't like to go into this full anti-Slogurk play, especially that we have Sunfall and Farewell. That's probably... it's not Leyline, they don't have white mana, so it's just removal. It is what it is. It is what it is. We got some value. So, if we go for plus, he has to kill the Emperor. And because of Trample, I don't... yeah, I think this is better. Because they can pump it quite heavily, maybe, potentially, we will see. They are really low on cards, they don't have lands in the graveyard. It's, so far it's weird, but they probably didn't hit one of the parts. They definitely should be playing Takenumas with Slogurk. I'm a little bit surprised with so much colors. Or so many colors, should I say. Alright. Not extremely impactful. So we have different ways to play it out. We could just get the clues, but you know what? I think this is better, because that means we can draw cards. They also play counters. Sure. I mean, is this deck even one deck? Alright, sure. I guess it works. We didn't hit a land, unfortunately. If we hit the land, we would have a full play for the turn. However, that's probably one of his big plays. I'm not sure how would they play exactly. I've seen some similar, well, maybe not similar deck lists, but when I was making the reclamation video, I've seen some of the lists play one airtie. I'm overdrawing Memory Deluge, that's for sure. Alright, Let's keep playing Sunfalls and see which one sticks. He definitely like feels like he has at least one counter spell. It could be airtight. Alright. Sloth, sure. They can get airtight. It's a good deal. Alright. Alright. So this will be an interesting one. But we know about the airtight right now, and they need the land to play both. Inti, yeah, so they keep the airtight mana every turn. I mean, that makes sense. If we go for this, this is just what, 3 damage, right? If I... what was it? Ooze, alright. I didn't want to click it super hard. So we cannot counter Slogurg, but we can counter the other things. This could trade. And we have enough artifacts for protocol, so I think this is kinda good play overall. That's not really what he wants to counter. And we can counter the counter, right? We'll see, we'll see. Oh, he's going for it. Maybe it's worth it, maybe it's worth it. So now the question, do we want to counter it? I kinda think we do. Airtight was really annoying so far. And this is the cool thing about the deck. Even a 0/0 token can be very, very useful here. We get the clue. Man, I wish Tezzeret was here. We would get 3 extra cards by default. Or like, you know, 8/8 in stats. So they can try to trade against Master Sloth, but that will cost them board presence. Unless they want to sacrifice Plaza of Heroes. Alright, uncounterable. And they are going for it. Let's see if they discard a card. Perfect. And I'm getting some good value here. Titanias. Well, that's a very nice draw, but we probably can farewell it. It's until end of the turn, so they probably want to really use it. Yep. And that means no interaction. And that means my Sunfall very, very good. Otawara in the hand is still not perfect. The wording on Slogark is very like generous. When leaves the battlefield, that's, you know, like the premium text. You have it on the artifact mender thing, you know, the scarab thingy. Alright, man, we missed so many lands that it's crazy. Like, no joke, we missed so many lands this game. I think like 3 or something, and you can see that we are really behind on this regard. Do I want 2 lands or 1? March is really great against them. Let's take 1, because that gives us enough mana to keep drawing clues. When we get this value, we win. Yep, here we go. And they will take Slogurk, right? And then they get Takenuma back. But we have Farewell, so it will end the shenanigans at some point. And Slogurk doesn't have haste, so that's pretty huge. Still, we will need to work for it, that's for sure. It is possible I exile the Farewell, but probably not. Okay, perfect. So, alright, this is important. They can play Otawara. I think I know what we will do. It has to attack for the effect, right? We will be super low on mana on the next turn. So, do we want to go this? I don't think so. I think we just need to hit lands. Like, we need to recover from those mana screws a little bit. Like, they weren't super severe like in early game, but in mid game we are super behind because of it. And as you can see, it continues basically. So if I farewell, alright, how the interaction goes exactly? I play farewell, it's on the stack, then they play this, and they get back what? Probably Slogurk. Then it leaves the battlefield and they get it back. So they get Takenuma and Sokenzen. That's really bad for us. It's definitely not what we want. If they go Otawara at den step, I can kill Slogurk, right? How do you work? Land puts into graveyard, so it's part of the cost. Then we can destroy evil with it. Then they get all the lands back and they get Takenuma Slogurk. Alright, I need to think about it because Farewell is a winning card. Sorry for the wrong thinking. Right, because if we exile everything, so they get rid of this. And then this leaves the battlefield and get it back. But there are no lands in the graveyard. Except Otawara. Alright, I think it's not perfect to go this route. I think we probably go like this. I think this will be good, because we have a lot of white cards to exile. That means March is 1 mana, and that means 2 mana for some activations. And this also makes it harder for them to attack. I could also just get rid of Lazav. To be fair, the other play may be better if I thought longer. March on Lazav for 1 mana and then Farewell, because then they couldn't Otawara. That was my original plan, but you know, maybe I rushed it a little bit. I know, it was super slow, but for me it was rushing it. Yeah, I think that was the better play, right? That could be the winning play. Oh. Oh. So you say that you don't want... Oh, right. Counter. That means I can destroy Evilet. He's getting the other one. But that means no Slugger. At least for now. They will get Otawara, right? So my goal is to have them tapped fully. If they can tap fully, that's great. Yep. And I honestly think this is the moment to go for this. Because that means they have no board pressure and I have some tokens. Look at those. Like, I got pretty decent value and I still have the Seedshark. It would be better if I had more mana. I'm basically playing so weird because I didn't hit like 3 extra lands, so I cannot Farewell together with Lazav easily. Right, but they can do the play, but look at the mana. 4 mana for Takenuma. Then they need 3 to play Slogurk. See, they know about it and they went for 2 turns. I have 5-7 damage, that's not too much. I think it's better to go this into Memory Deluge. Because at some point they need to play Slogurk. I could be more aggressive, but man, it's a lot of turns of hitting my opponent. So I think like Memory Deluge is just better. They had Airtie, right? I will wait until maybe their upkeep. Because they can use Sukenzan at the end step. And I don't really want them to. Let's see if they use Otawara for the Seedshark. For them, the huge problem is they don't have haste. Alright, they're going for it. I see. So I think I will give them the draw. Because Airtie is not very good. Like, it taps them super heavily and they want to do more than just Airtie. Yep. Man, this Slogurk was the powerhouse of the day. I'll tell you, man, that got him a lot of value. They cannot really attack though. Alright, and that's good. That's where we strike. We also have those Memory Deluge in the graveyard, so even Airtie doesn't hurt, we just keep doing it. No more lies. I mean, this is pretty good still. I really want more mana. I should count it. If I was like super serious, I would just count my full next turn and see if I need this land or not, but you know, it's slower. Alright. Don't forget they have Otawara, right? They kinda want to use it. So if I Farewell, they do the same stuff. I cannot break the chain in any way, right? I think that's the case. I fair one. They played this. They get Slogurk back. Slogurk goes first. And they get Otawara back and Takenuma and all this stuff. And then I exile everything. Yeah, we need them tapped. No more lies can help with it. I think what we do right now is this. We will try to be somewhat aggressive. Somewhat. Alright. I wish they did it faster. Now they cannot use Otawara, right? That's kinda huge. Alright, we need the even mana. Oh man, I don't think we need the third one. They are pretty good, but I think we need to win differently. I think we need to start a little bit, you know, of aggression. See, we are getting chips of value here and there. And it will also be harder for them to attack. Like, if they go for the value game against control deck with single Slogurk chain, I don't think they can generate enough value over time. If we had Tezzeret, man, all of this would be transformed. And, like, we're really, like, short of mana the whole game. They didn't use the Cavern of Souls. Well, this doesn't make any difference, I guess. Alright, so they can get it, but they need to tap. They will still be able to one Otawara, so we need to draw something that kills one of the legendaries, and then they are forced to make a decision, because the discount won't be there anymore. Also, we create quite a lot of, you know, tokens, so at some point, when we start activating them, we can deal a lot of damage and a lot of board pressure. Slogurk chains very nicely, though. Like, grows very nicely. They might start attacking already, because we are tapped, so our tokens aren't used right now. But that means that it will be hard. Well, not the best draw of the world, that's for sure. Still the same case, right? 4-7. I think this is the play. Because if we hold all the mana, that's really a lot. We need to protect this farewell. If we have, like, counterspell, no. We need them tapped out fully. I think this... Well, no. Because we might go for all the tokens. Man, I wish I had interaction right now. But it is what it is. Man, that turned out to be pretty interesting game overall. They have the Slogger, but when this doesn't die, they don't get any value. Like, it has to die to give them, you know, the chain. Or just another Otawara. Alright. So if they attack, we cannot really block everything, right? This will be interesting. I want to keep an option of casting, transforming all of them. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we can transform all but one. That means attacking is harder, even with those extremely good creatures. And that means we have time to cast Memory Deluge because they cannot attack. It was a pretty good draw for them. Alright. We need to make sure that this wins us, right? We have enough clues. No more lies is great, but probably not as great. I will take this for sure. This is a pretty good draw. Yeah, let's take this, I think. We need to keep playing mana. We activate this guy. Glissa makes it that attacking into them is super hard, man. Get lost. A card. Definitely a card. Can we force them to use Plaza? So I kill this. I want them to... Okay, I think it's Glissa. If they go for Plaza, they... Oh, man, they know how to play. Alright, so they will use the map tokens and probably surveil some lands. I see, I see. 1, 2, 3, 4. We can make 4 tokens. We are still pressed for the mana, believe or not. He can deal 7 damage and that's it. What's the wording? Into graveyard from anywhere. So Surveil will do it. It will do it. I mean, I think we will just keep to get value. Right now it's kinda hard to attack. We can start with Seedshark maybe. You know, not the most damage ever, but it's a start. And we should be defensive enough so they cannot attack us easily. We need to chip away a little bit. Return? Alright, alright. Sure. So I mean, they're not losing, so they aren't breaking the value in a way, right? But they lost Slogurk from the board. And now they have no legendaries. So let's see. This is basically a mana battle because we both kinda have infinite value here. Alright. I might be considering cards in the library because they have to mill to keep Takenuma going. Here's Zertai. I see, I see. I see, I see. So let's go right now, because I want all those triggers. And this is pretty important. That's a good draw. And I mean, this might be how we win the game, we'll see. We'll see. Man, what a weird game. I didn't expect this will go this way. I wasn't really in this kind of situation before. But we'll try to make it work. And especially that our opponent is like playing very, very well. He never, during the whole game, tapped so we can farewell him. We have the answer, we have the win con, but we never can play it. So, you know, we deny him the value. It's always open. My turn, sure. That's... Oh, thank you. However, now they have a counter spell. Oh, that's rough. That's rough. Let's play the land for the turn. I think that the sharks might be one of the ways. They have 1 discount, so they can go 1, 2. They can kill 2 tokens and block the 3rd one while growing Slogurk. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We can activate 5 of the tokens. If I play this, they just counter it. Yeah, I think we just attack with double shark. And we try to go for a huge swing on 2 turns because they don't really have sweepers. However, they can still target those artifacts. The difference is that they don't deny mana this way. They can use 2 Otawaras on 2 tokens. Boseiju. Alright, I think I'll take the land. I need a lot of lands. We keep on top probably, but still. It's not tapped, I could just take... Yeah, I could get extra mana. Maybe my bad. Man, this is the kind of games I really like, because like this one for sure will be decided who plays what. And I think that's pretty cool. Now they cannot airtie. And they cannot Slogger. This is the first turn they ever did it. And you know what? I do not mind it. We get some nice tokens. So it will leave the battlefield, but at least one of them is out. And they still have the second Slogger. And this will be some problem for them. I think they went a little bit greedy here. And we can still activate 3 at the end step. So we probably, obviously, want to activate the 4 ones. Alright. And what a game. Absolutely. For them, the huge problem is that the part of the combo is having legendaries, so the chain is super efficient mana-wise. If they don't have a single legendary, 4 mana for a single bounce spell is a lot. They can only do 2 of them, like, altogether. Sure. I still think it's worth to take the value. I'll take the Anchorage. It is a win con in a way, you know? And the problem for them is that they cannot keep up with all of this, even if they go infinite removal. Like we pay 0 for those tokens. They need to pay mana for them, so they are kinda losing the tempo battle. And you can see that without Slogger and without Takenuma to get it back, they're kinda out in one turn. I hope you guys enjoyed. It wasn't played perfectly, but it was pretty solid, I think. Alright, this will be very sketchy hand. We have white mana, but not for their turn. So no more lives won't be available for now. And we definitely would love it to be. Alright. I mean, we keep playing lands and we see if we draw more. One of those games. So we just need to draw lands right now. And then we can win the game. So let's see if we are good at Magic and can draw lands. I'm good at Magic, I can draw lands. Alright. So we probably win this. All we need to do is hit the 5th land and Sunfall. Sure. So this is a 1/1, don't forget. They didn't activate it. This is super annoying card, to be absolutely honest. I will counter it. Normally I don't do, but I think if we go let it through, they won't play anything. So sure, now they play something more, but yeah, they could be much more cautious, and I expected a 2-drop, to be honest. So it's still better in a way. I think this is pretty okay. See, now we are guaranteed to draw the cards we need. And even though we don't get card advantage, we get quality advantage. And that means we won't whiff, and that should be enough to win the game. Alright, Shelly. Oh, a Death Touch Haster Collect. Alright then. I guess it's one way to do it. Alright, we play the winning card. I'm a little bit sad that Tezzeret died. Like, this is not usual outcome, but you know, when they play 4 mana Haster, I guess. Alright, let's see if we can draw another card that wins us the game. Because that's what we do. We still have a 3/3 here. To be absolutely honest, this is probably good enough. Like, this means we don't go into the nighttime. We have 2 mana for activation. And we can block basically everything. If they play something, we get value. Pick your poison. Creature! Man, this guy knows how to answer random stuff that we play, right? And sure, do we want to use Get Lost? I honestly don't. But it's a good value, man. It is a good value. But I don't want to, you know... Okay, I think we just go with this. Because I don't want him to use all this mana on, you know, map tokens. Sure. 2 damage acquired. I mean, I could kill it now to prevent every damage, but I think we don't do it. Activating this is already like defensive play for the turn, and that means... is 1 Memory Deluge enough? I mean, we kinda have to play it main phase. Don't love it, but it is what it is. Not sure why is it nice, but I'll take it. No, please, go away. Alright, 2 cards. I don't think he will be able to answer our threats too much longer. And he didn't go for the Trespasser. That's interesting. So I thought okay, that's fine. So we could get rid of all of this if we care. But do we care? If we are in the nighttime, I think we can be smarter about it now. This really holds the line, huh? Honk for the day. Alright. So we don't really want them to attack. So I will go like this. They also don't really have a creature and that they can explore onto. We are in combat phase right now, so they need to decide on attacking first. And honestly, I will go with this one first. Because we have so much value, we can just keep trading 1 for 1. And now the map tokens aren't useful unless they play another creature. Sleeper, very good card. I think they are playing pretty smart. They knew that this is the one card that after the sweeper makes a lot of problems. They should absolutely get it into being in my opinion, but you know, it's fine. So this goes to 3/3, 4/4, 5/5. That's a lot, but we can always storm block it. So I think we just say go, we play Memory Deluge and we try to, you know, counter something. I'm super surprised he didn't get it into graveyard. Like, you will blitz it anyway, right? Yeah. Unfortunately, they have exactly the right amount of mana for this. I will steal Deluge. The classic. Alright. I mean, this seems to be a pretty good combination, right? So, this one can get 2 mana to 3/3 to trade against this. And they have 4 mana that they can use. I think we still go for it, man. That I know this is not a value play, we don't really get any value here. But tapping him out fully means he cannot use the map token, he cannot pump the sleeper. So because we don't have anything to do with this mana, they also cannot attack with this then. And we keep it for better plays next turn. They get the card, it's still good for them. But we can make the power play. So let's go for the power play. Just making sure that the pain lands are tapped correctly, because we don't want to pay any mana right now. And, well. That's a powerful creature. Alright, how do we do it? We can make a 7/7. Do I want 7/7? Theoretically, I can try to kill them in 2 turns, right? So 7/7 and 8/8, so 15. I mean, let's try to be aggressive. I usually don't play like this, but in this situation, I think this is not a bad play. You can see that this one hit already hurts quite a lot. Sure. It's not the perfect play for them. Like, generally you super overpay for the power you get, but it's better than doing nothing, you know? And in this kind of situation they need like the power spike basically. So they need to, well, we kinda go like this then. I don't think we need this, right? We can just focus on attacking. But this will be 9 damage. So this is 7, 9, 11. Not enough, but then they cannot use the underdog anymore. If I don't block, what happens? They deal 7 damage exactly. You know what? I think this is the play. We lose the shark, but then we just attack them for 7 and 8, so 15, and that's lethal. I think that's what we do. And they cannot cut down any of those. They need to pay mana fully, so they will be tapped out. And I think we got them. I think they're out. They didn't think it through fully. Like, sometimes you get, you know, fixed in this... Oh, alright, they have something. It doesn't do anything. Alright, all I see is Leafars on my side. Alright, and Tezzeret. Just showing that we are pretty good at magic. You can be super aggressive with this deck, right? You could see that, man, he was attacking us the full game, and moment we got Tezzeret, in 2 turns we killed him. Alright, our opponent goes first, and our hand is horrible, man. However, we will see. If that's super aggressive deck with super draw, we probably lost. But you know, the way of standard. However, if that's a normal deck, we have a really nice hand. This is what I don't like about aggro decks right now. They kind of make you completely play differently, and it's all a dice roll because against normal decks you have so much room to just play, you know, interesting spells. Good job. You did it. You're the best. Alright, extremely harsh situation because we are on the draw with tap lands and... Hello bro. And the waste is insanely good draw. This is exactly what we needed. This will be a huge problem though. Because we are on the draw, we couldn't counter it. On the play, this wouldn't be an issue. So you can see already how big of a difference it is. And we'll counter the next thing, but this will be always a problem. I guess we can go with the shark. I don't love this play, but it is what it is. At least we don't care about the life in this kind of matchup. So it seems they're playing version of a lot of protection spells. And because we couldn't counter this, and now we are forced to play differently. Normally I would hold up the counter spell and just get rid of their big stuff. Here we kinda have to go for the Seedshark. Otherwise, we are not really like progressing the game plan at all. They just, you know, we negate their card. I think they have like protection spell and they forgot about it. So yeah, I think normally you would just pass the turn and try to go card for card, but with this on board, especially like most of the drops have toxic one, like this one. This is one of the stronger ones that has toxic too. Alright, there are cards that can remove stuff, but they usually deal the same damage. Alright. Tyver Stunt won't do it. Yeah, exactly. Alright, you know what? We are getting somewhere here. It's not perfect, but I think we can work with it. Yeah, absolutely. Because now we have counter spell open, and that's really huge. Of course, we don't attack. Shark is extremely good defensive card, and he really sticks to this 1 mana instant. So it's like Tamiya safekeeping, maybe the Royal something, you know, one of those. Phyrexia. So we cannot counter it. It sucks. I mean, we can counter it. It just won't be countered. Alright. Interesting. However, we can still counter the combat trick. And obviously that's Tyvar stunt, right? Hexproof. Royal roll. +1/+1. So it doesn't die? I would actually just counter it. We get good value, we kill the creature, and we force them to use another one of those. And now Tyvar stunt won't mean that they kill the Seedshark. We just need to protect the Seedshark so it doesn't die. Alright, next combat trick, please. We also have Sunfall on the next turn because we are guaranteed to draw a land. So we will see. That's okay. Now I'm thinking, how do we want to play it out? We can Sunfall, of course, which is the easy way out. Or we can Tezzeret and make a 6/6. I think this is pretty good setup overall. Alright. And you don't want to crack it. We have good control over the game, so not perfect yet, but pretty good one. And they don't have too many effects. Alright, so be it. You know, let's check the transformation. So it will be the same card when we transform it, but still, it's fun. And now we have proof. So, man, every time we just lose Tezzeret nearly immediately. However, we baited more stuff into the battlefield. So far they had hexproof, which won't help against the Sunfall. They're playing definitely a very instant heavy version. It's just hexproof. No, okay, yeah. Forgot about the buff on this small might as well. So let's see what type of, Tamio safekeeping they have. I don't think anything helps, because Indestructible and Hexproof both won't work against the Sunfall. One of the good things about the Sunfall. Yeah. So even though we lost Tezzeret, look at how much better situation we have right now. We have Memory Deluge here. 6 mana is very nice because we can play both. Destroy Evil doesn't have too many targets, but sometimes it has. Let's see if they go Sentinel, which answers this token very well. Other cards don't really go through the token very easy. Oh, this is super strong. This is probably their best play ever. Alright, extremely good by them. I will just play this, because we have second Memory Deluge, we can waste one of the plays for a land. And then try to kill the Rot Priest, I guess. It will be hard. Oh, they are... So this is an instant as well? Or they are bluffing? Those are the cards. They cannot attack. I don't want to tap this 2 mana, because they really don't... Rot Priest is great at, avoiding death by control decks, but it's very bad at attacking through any kind of blocker. And I think that's how we do it. You just try to slow them down. We are at 5 poison, that's a lot. But they should be out of gas by now. So I think they have last instant. They will probably use it to kill my token, and then we Sunfall and we should win. But we'll see. But that's how I expect it to go. Because of the exile effect, we don't need to block the 1-drop. Tyvar stun? That's my guess. Yep. Good job, Sloth. Good job. Alright. They didn't go all the way. I mean, they're playing pretty well overall. But, we're also pretty good at Magic. Alright, so this is the phase. This is the all poison they got. Their best play is drawing Rot Priest into instant, because that's something we cannot interact with. This one is on Phyrexian, and let's see, Rot Priest is a Phyrexian, right? Yep, so we won't be able to counter it, and when it's on the board, it already generates the poison tokens. Mirex, you know what? That's honestly a pretty decent draw, man. Alright. We will do it anyway, so we might use the mana as soon as possible then. So I can get lost, but then they get improved draws. So this is just a Memory Deluge turn. We need to start killing him quick, so we need Tezzeret and Sharks to finish the game right now, because if they draw 3 or like 3 perfect cards, they can absolutely win. It's interesting they keep main phasing it. There's no reason to do it generally, unless they have some combination with it, not sure. Alright, what's the plan, my friend? If they are thinking they either like roping, and I don't think that's the case, or they have an instant that changes something and they are thinking about the attacking, because they know what the punish is for not doing anything this turn. But it's after combat phase. Bro. So we probably want something like Tezzeret Sharks, because that creates the biggest lethal quickest. Here's the Tezzeret, but nothing more. Ember is amazing against the might tokens. I mean, like, amazing. Normally I would go for this, but the Toxic doesn't care about your life gain. So I still think it's Tezzeret, because we can cycle a lot of cards with it. Alright. I mean, man, I wish this wasn't a poison. I have so many plays right now, but the 14 life doesn't matter at all. Doesn't matter at all. So I could play Tezzeret and attack for 6, But I don't want any kind of extra poison here. I think this is what we do. Because we still have the Emperor. And now we can start cycling a lot of cards and make sure that the next turn will be absolutely amazing. Like, we are a bit overdue with our Lipa. Did I play a land? I still want to play the land. Destroy Evil can work against a lot of stuff. Deduce is great, but we still need more mana, and with Memory Deluge that's all the value we need. Alright, one card. So I expect him to keep attacking with Might, then we use the Emperor. Definitely not the best draw for them. Mirex was great. Like, look how much pressure it created from a single card. Like, I basically need to play the whole game around this one. And we didn't draw our Field of Ruins, unfortunately. They didn't go for it, that's interesting. We are still playing the Emperor because the Samurai tokens have Vigilance. And that's really huge. Because we need to start being aggressive. And also it creates multiple cards in one turn, right? So it's perfectly in line with, you know, his mites. But our stuff is free. So then you don't need to make a new decision. It's the same decision you already made. So the second stop doesn't make any sense then. I don't know what's up. Oh, this is actually pretty good. Even though he has double caverns. But I still think it's worth it. You know? Like, I thought this would be, you know, in a friendly spirit. But it seems that he's roping on purpose? I don't know. I don't know, man. So we can make this really huge. And use Get Lost to get rid of one of those. It feels pretty okay idea. So this is 6 damage, and then on the next turn it's 10, 12. Not enough to win yet. Oh, I think we can. Let's try it. Let's try it. With one counter spell we have way more room. And don't forget we have double Samurai and the Anchorage if we want. I don't want to tap it now. We have a lot of plays at the end step, so we can use all the mana. I think he's roping on purpose. He actually... Man, after Hello, that's so sad. Alright, let's keep attacking. Like, I honestly thought he's maybe a fan of the channel from this Hello, but after, you know, this kind of roping, I have my doubts. Yeah, he's roping at literally every part of the video. Wow, a land. I'm a little bit mean because I see no reason to. Yeah, like what the hell was this end game? Like, he started very well, but man, the end was a disaster. Alright guys, I really hope you enjoyed today's video, especially the first game. I took a long time to think, but still it wasn't enough because I missed some cool plays, but I hope it was justified because, you know, like, I didn't want to lose this game, and in this kind of situations you finally get to play Magic and make some decisions that matter, and I think this is what all the games should be, to be honest. You know, not the 1, 2, 3, but more like long games where you can make decisions. And the better player will generally always win in these scenarios. So, I hope that you enjoyed this kind of version. I had Tezzeret on my mind since I realized that the clues are artifacts that you need to pay 2 mana for. Guess what? Tezzeret discounts by 2, so it means every clue every turn is free, including your opponent's turn, and that's crazy value. And yeah, you can go in different ways about it. I still wanted to use Ezrim Agency Chief as, you know, the main like game closer. We still have Mirex and Anchorage and Tezzeret tokens and Sharks, so generally this deck is much more aggressive than normal control. You have seen in the video, when we decide that we have enough, we just raise them. And they usually lose. Like, when you can make an 8/8 token every turn, like, it's a lot. And those sharks, man, they are doing work. So yeah, I think that's an interesting synergy deck, especially that, for example, the counter spells also get the benefit from both clues and Seedshark tokens. So you have a lot of value here in this deck, in like hidden in different places. So I think it was pretty enjoyable. I hope it was enjoyable, and huge thank you to you guys for just being so supportive, always so nice in the comments. And you know, we say it every single day, but remember, every single day I'm making a video, and this support is what makes it so enjoyable. Like, I was so stressed when I started the channel. Like, every video was like, oh my god, I will make it in bad way, everyone will hate me. So, you know, this kind of stuff, and like, you really make a difference. Like, I don't feel like this way anymore, thanks to you guys. So huge thank you for that. That makes playing Magic together so much more fun, right? All right, I hope you enjoyed the video. Have fun, guys, and see you tomorrow.